He's Cal Friedman, I'm Ben Curtis, and this is In Your Face, where we disagree about absolutely everything. And Cal, MLS has grown, the attendance is growing, ratings are up. Do we have to move to the European-style promotion and relegation MLS?
Yes, because not just the MLS is growing, the NASL in multiple cities such as Sacramento and Cincinnati is also really growing. Plus, attendances have plummeted in some cities whose teams have been terrible, such as DC United and New England Revolution, as well as the Colorado Rapids. But you install promotion relegation, every game matters. There's no such thing as, not competing once you realize, oh, we're out of the playoffs, you don't need to do anything more, let's just preserve our best players. No, you need to compete, otherwise you're going to be in the league below.
I have to disagree, I know, shocker. I think that because of those low attendance cities like Houston, Colorado, those markets that haven't been the best in MLS, we need them to stay in MLS to bolster their rank, to get people to continue to go, because nobody in Colorado or Houston wants to go to a USL game. People say, oh, the MLS has to stop growing. England has 20 teams, Spain has 20 teams. Guess what? England is about the size of New Jersey. There is no reason why Major League Soccer can't have more teams than England or than Spain. So I think we can continue growing in Sacramento, in Cincinnati, and these markets in the USL that can move up to MLS, but they have to do it through expansion, not promotion relegation, not yet at least.
Agree with that.
So we have to move on now to the next topic. Super teams in the NBA, are they good for the NBA or are they bad for the NBA?
See, everyone thinks that since this whole super team with the Golden State Warriors, oh, super teams aren't a thing. Guess what? We've been watching an NBA for the last 50, 60 years has been dominated by super teams. The Boston Celtics in the 60s, the Lakers and Celtics in the 70s, 80s, the Bulls in the 90s, and even in the 2000s, Kobe, LeBron, and now the Golden State Warriors. We're living in a league that has been dominated by super teams for pretty much its entire existence. I know this idea of, oh, 4 All-Stars, maybe this is too much of a super team. This isn't the defining word of super team. Super teams have been around, and besides, everyone debates on dynasties. What's a dynasty? Oh, they're a dynasty, they're a dynasty. You watch super teams, we're watching dynasties. We're watching teams that may never be assembled again. How many times are we going to see 4 All-Stars on one team like we're seeing with the Golden State Warriors?
I don't have there being a problem. I don't have a problem with there being a prohibitive favorite to win the NBA, but the fact that in the past 5 years there's been 4 teams, really 3, LeBron's team, whether it's the Heat or Cleveland, is ridiculous. In the 90s with the Bulls, they played Drexler's Blazers, they played the Suns, they played the Lakers, they played the Jazz. You got different teams matching up against that one prohibitive favorite. It's fine if there's a super team, but the only time when I want to see the NBA or a basketball game being decided before it starts is once every 4 years in the Summer Olympics when the United States plays. I think that we need to spread the wealth a little bit and get some of these markets that can do good things in basketball, like Utah and New Orleans. We see real excitement there. We got to spread the wealth a little bit and get them excited. Otherwise, it's going to be Cleveland, Golden State, Miami, Los Angeles, Boston for the end of time. That's all we have for the NBA. We have one final topic. Chicago Blackhawks did not move very far in the postseason this year. Patrick Kane, obviously a superstar, the American there for Chicago. Does he have to stay in Chicago?
I mean, I think if the Blackhawks want to consistently keep winning, they have to keep him. He's been their best player on the team the last few years, even though Anisimov and Panarin made great strides this year. You don't find superstars like this. Patrick Kane needs to stay if they want to continue to win. If they want to maybe rebuild a bit, trade him away, that's fine. But if they want to keep winning right now, you need to keep Kane. There's no better scorer in the league than Patrick Kane right now.
I think we're seeing a change of the guards in the NHL right now. It's the move towards those strong point guys who can also play offense. Guys like Roman Josi in Nashville. And I think that is who Chicago has to move towards and move away from a pure scorer like Patrick Kane, especially now that he's not the youngest guy in the league anymore. I look at a guy in Winnipeg like Dustin Byfuglien to trade to unload some cap room, get these guys signed like Panarin, you mentioned, this young core for Chicago who can be really good if they're able to hold on to him for a long time. So Byfuglien's one guy I look at. There's some teams down south like Florida and Tampa Bay that have some young superstars that they might want to take the cap room on. But I think that NHL is moving towards those point guys who can also score, like Roman Josi, that I mentioned, Shea Weber, PK Subban also. I think it's moving towards a defensive league, and I think that Chicago needs to unload on Patrick Kane right now. I wish we could talk about it all day, but unfortunately we have to go commercial break. We'll be right back. This is In Your Face.